Monday is our show with teens and young adults of all abilities. We have nonverbal teens who use their devices to communicate on stage. We also have video component and film component and a live musical, all original, written by teens themselves. It's called Heroes Like Me. And it's about how each of us are our own superhero. And how do we work together and bring our talents and our strengths together to create miracles. Two of our students have written the play, and it's really about finding their own strength to defeat the overlord.
Okay.
And it's exciting and musical and intriguing, so it's a wonderful comic book style.
There are so many things to talk about. I mean, we really could have you on every day and never get to the end of talking about all the different things. The benefits for all of the individuals who are participating, whether it's individuals who are facing challenges on the autism spectrum or the other people who are in the show that help support them. Yes. There's something beneficial just in the process that if you never got to a performance, they would all. I mean, I've seen the difference, Elaine, when you've had the opportunity to work with somebody and how different and how they feel about themselves and the self-esteem that's amazing. But beyond that, the fact that there is a performance and what they gain from the performance and what the audience gains from the performances that you guys have, I don't think that I can convey completely how important it is that what you do on all those different fronts and how much people should make an effort to participate. People should make an effort to see the shows, which is hard because your shows sell out.
Yes.
Because they're renowned. People know. I had the opportunity last summer to come to performances that Nancy's son was in, yes. Wyatt, Nancy Alspaugh Jackson that we're referring to, and it blew my doors off, Elaine. It blew my doors off. It was really, really incredible, and to think that this is what you're doing every day is impressive. But people watch the show and they say, oh, but you know, you're doing that in LA. That's what's happening in LA. Why isn't there something like this in my neighborhood? So what do you want to say to them about that?
So thank you, Shannon, for really capturing the spirit of the Miracle Project. We like to say that the performance is not just the icing on the cake, it's the sprinkles on top of the icing on top of the cake. It's our gift to the community so the community can see what is possible. And it's transformational, as you said, for the audience as well. But what we do in those 22 weeks leading up to the performance, that's the miracle. In the Monday class, which those of you will see, and we'll bring video on, there are kids who literally came in hiding under the table, screaming, shouting, crying, banging for the first couple of weeks. And gradually, as we embrace everyone, we understand their sensory needs, we follow their lead, we have them joined by typical teens, help them feel safe and comfortable and refreshed in an environment of unconditional love and support. They start to grow. The anxiety is lessened. Right, Nick? You remember that? Yeah. And Nick used to be in one of our most challenged classes, and now he's a star in our most advanced class. And what happens is in all of us, when we're embraced for who we are, when we're accepted, when we're loved, our true self can emerge. And that's what we do. Yeah. The class you'll see on Monday, it's amazing. They're all professional. They're on stage. They're quiet. We've had 2-hour rehearsals without one person having any kind of challenge. That's amazing. So how do we get this to other places? Yeah. The Miracle Project is replicable. We have a proven replicable program that we can bring to other cities. We're speaking with CARD to be able to replicate the Miracle Project in other CARD locations. Yes. We also are available as consultants. I consult for Brown University. Mm-hmm. We've trained people in New York. We've trained people in Missouri, in Springfield, Missouri. These earrings are
Which I was moving over earlier. She came in and I said, I love your earrings. Your earrings are beautiful. So tell them where they came from.
This program came from Art Inspired in Springfield, Missouri, who have been trained to do a replicable miracle project. And that is our dream. We're looking for grants, we're looking for funding. The program works. Kids are transformed. Their families, once isolated, once alone, are now part of a dynamic, creative community. We have friends, we have birthday parties. No one is alone.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing. Right, Nick? You've had lots of friends.
Yeah.
And you have birthday parties that Neil's come to. And
Yeah.
it's our kids are never alone. They have so many friends, sleepovers, parties, hangouts. It's so different. And we want to make every kid with autism have that opportunity.
Yeah. There is something, you know, we've talked before about the fact that theater is in my background, and Nick and I were talking before about that, you know, that's my first love. And the way theater is inclusive just in the very nature of what theater is.
Yes.
It is a home for so many people. And to give our kids on the spectrum a place to come where they get to be themselves, explore other things, and find that kind of support is so incredible. We've heard from Temple Grandin that she says one of the best things that happened for her when she was a young woman was that her mother, who loved Eustacia Cutler, who loved to perform, would make them be involved in community theater things, and that gave her a place, a safe place to try things out socially so that she could figure them out, and a way to find a community. So this is something that's so very important, that we give this opportunity to as many people as possible. And if somebody is interested in saying, well then, all right then, I want to do this in my community, how can they get a hold of you, Elaine?
They can go to our website, themiracleproject.org,
Okay.
and just email us in info@themiracleproject.org,
Okay.
and we'll get back to them right away, probably after the shows, but we'll get back to them within a week.
Okay.
To let them know how we can do this.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but if they wanted you to come, there are ways that they can arrange for you to come and to bring your team to, you know, you get on planes. I know this about you.
Yes.
You are willing to travel, but if they want to learn how to do it themselves, there are ways that you can work that out with them as well.
Absolutely. I was in Detroit last Friday. I'm going to be in Omaha, Nebraska this Friday.
Okay.
I travel, I train, I consult, I do things on webinar, and as an individual, I'm a consultant, so I can help existing theater groups become more sensory friendly. I train how to make traditional performances more accessible to individuals with sensory needs, and we were talking, almost all of us have sensory needs.
Yes.
So what can we do to help to be able to bring more audiences with sensory needs into regular productions? So I'm available as a consultant through phone, through webinar, and yes, I get on airplanes, and my team gets on airplanes. So
There you go.
we are available.